Hello everyone, and welcome to my Soap TV 24 channel. Ivy leaks information to Eric, Carter becomes enraged with Steffi, Elektra dazzles. Spoilers for the upcoming 2 weeks of May, The Bold and the Beautiful, October 21st to November 1st, indicate that there may be some surprises on the CBS soap opera. Carter Walton will surprise Hope Logan the week of October 21st to 25th, with a revelation that intensifies their desire for one another. Steffi Forrester and Ridge Forrester will wonder why Carter is now all in on preserving Hope for the future as Carter opens up about the intensity of his emotions. Hope will be carried away later when she remembers her sultry time spent with Carter behind closed doors. Hope's distraction will be noticed by Brooke Logan, who will undoubtedly get a little suspicious. At least Brooke can find solace in Hope's honest admission that she is no longer daydreaming about John Finnegan. Let's go on to discuss Ivy Forrester's return and her niece Elektra Forrester's entrance on October 22nd. Carter is going to shock everyone by saying that Elektra and Ivy are invited to pitch their new jewelry line. Steffi won't like the invitation once she hears more about it. Given that they now lack the funds for a new jewelry line, Steffi might believe that Carter ought to have first sought her advice. Carter won't agree and will insist that Steffi give this proposal serious thought, but when she sees Ivy and Elektra's drawings, Steffi won't be convinced. Steffi might act as though they're uninteresting and not worth investing money in at this time. According to B&B spoilers, Carter will become enraged if Steffi critiques the designs and the concept of the collection as a whole. Hope is likely to have to calm Carter down as we watch him vent to her about his annoyance. On a brighter note, Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, might fall in love with Elektra right away after an awkward encounter and think she's the most gorgeous thing on earth. She will confide in Eric Forrester, John McCook, about Steffi and her bottled-up anger after parting ways with Ivy. Ivy will believe that Steffi is making business decisions based on her personal history, which is not a good approach to manage a company. When it comes to incorporating Ivy and Elektra's jewelry collection into the mix, Eric might be more inclined to defy Steffi due to his fondness for Ivy. Once Steffi is back, she will speak with Ridge once more over Carter's recent actions that are inconsistent with who he is. Steffi might imply that adjustments are required as she questions whether Carter can still be relied upon to serve as COO of Forrester Creations. Following that, Carter will be the main speaker in a unique boardroom meeting where he will discuss his fresh outlook for Forrester's future. Carter will probably highlight the Logan's contributions and offer ideas for how to build on them. That will, of course, result in more rivalry between Forrester and Logan and forge some intriguing partnerships within the organization. Steffi would undoubtedly disapprove of Carter's scheme and might come to the conclusion that everything is motivated by his affections for Hope. The week of October 28th to November 1st on B&B will likely return to more bonding between Ridge and Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. Even though Ridge says Taylor is the one woman for him, he will keep getting back in touch with Brooke. As they learn more about one another and ask one another more personal questions, Will and Elektra's chemistry will be evident. Naturally, because the show will celebrate on October 31st with Sheila's Tricks and Goodies, we also have to talk about Halloween. Stay tuned for more predictions on Sheila's future activities as we have some exciting stuff coming up. Keep an eye out for explosive antagonism and thrilling news over the next 2 weeks, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers indicate that Steffi Forrester will wonder why Ivy Forrester has returned to town when she shows up at Forrester Creations. Steffi shuts down Ivy and Elektra's jewelry line pitch, conflict erupts. Steffi will find it abrupt and unusual, but things will become evident in due course. It transpires that Ivy has been collaborating with her niece Elektra Forrester on a novel jewelry collection that has the potential to significantly enhance Forrester Creations. Ivy will make it seem amazing, but Steffi could think it's a waste of time. Carter Walton, nevertheless, would not relent and insist that he call this business meeting to order. Carter will acknowledge that he encouraged Ivy and Elektra to come make their major presentation, so Steffi will be updated on their invitation. Carter's insistence on allocating further funds to the struggling Hope for the future had already irritated Steffi. Carter will now arrange pitches and advocate for new jewelry lines behind Steffi's back. Still, it would be absurd for Steffi to send Ivy and Elektra away without taking a peek at their jewelry creations given how far away they are from Australia. Carter might think it would be beneficial for the corporation to at least have a look at this new line. Regretfully, Steffi will already be convinced that Ivy and Elektra's appeal will be fruitless. If Steffi is even more keen to disapprove, it could be because Carter wants this to be some sort of hope for the future tie-in. Carter will be enraged by Steffi's response to Elektra and Ivy's designs, so it sounds like she'll cut the line abruptly. Steffi might say that Ivy and Elektra's offerings aren't up to her expectations after seeing them. According to B&B spoilers, Carter will lash out, but Steffi will pretend as though he wasn't supposed to raise Elektra and Ivy's expectations. It's important to remember that Ivy will protest to Eric Forrester, John McCook, about Steffi's perceived inability to put professional judgment aside in favor of personal grievances. Could Eric force this jewelry line to proceed over Steffi's veto? In any event, there will be a lot more drama around the Forrester family in the future, so stay tuned for more forecasts on all the escalating turmoil. Ivy and Elektra's presence is expected to create some excitement, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Stay tuned for all the amazing news and the consequences of their pitch. After a tragic error, Finn loses patient. Is Sheila able to console her son? According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, John F. Finnegan will keep working long hours at the hospital and use his medical knowledge to good effect. Since Finn constantly comes through for the good guys, the show treats him almost like Superman. Finn is clearly seen as a hero by Steffi Forrester because he has saved her numerous times, most notably when she was imprisoned in the insane Luna Nozawa's cage. But since coming up with his life-saving cure, Finn has also shown his patience. Steffi, Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, and Eric Forrester, John McCook, in particular, that he is a hero. Given how much B&B has emphasized Finn's heroic angle, we can envision the ideal, suspenseful story that should be told next. Finn needs to demonstrate that he is a mere mortal like everyone else and take a little step down from his pedestal. Even though Finn is typically the one to solve problems on the job and step up when necessary, what happens if he fails to follow through on a specific case? Finn could give a patient the incorrect prescription or dose, for example, or misdiagnose someone with disastrous repercussions. The fact that there were two Dr. Finnegans at the hospital where Finn works with his mother Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, has been emphasized throughout the show. That might be relevant in some way if Finn believes he can help after inadvertently receiving some test results intended for Lee. To heighten the tension, Lee might be held accountable for Finn's error in this scenario. In any case, it would be intriguing to observe how Finn handles losing a patient for which he bears responsibility. It's possible that Finn is so broken that he turned to Sheila for solace, which might lead to further trouble in his marriage. Sheila seems to be trying to take advantage of this in an attempt to truly connect with Finn. In any event, Finn and Steffi could need a fresh plot, so we'll give you some guesses about what might be in store for them in the future. Bad news is always around the corner, according to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, so check back with us for updates on what might be in store for Steffi and Finn.